If the White Tower does not bend the knee to Rand al'Thor, he will lose the last battle.
What's up with it, YouTube? Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. You know what I'm talking about? This is almost the first of the month. Bills are due. So I froze some of my cards so I can make sure I paid what need to be paid when it comes to bills. So I kind of was a little late on my Amazon Prime account. You know what I'm talking about? And last night I got around to paying it. And to my surprise, they dropped season 3 for Wheel of Time. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. After Invincible was done, I was kind of like, you know what? I'll get back to Amazon Prime whenever I get back to it. Because, you know, after Invincible, I don't know what I really want to watch. But I'm delighted that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I said delighted. That the Wheel of Time season 3 is on there. Now, I'm going to be honest. I know there's a lot of people that dislike this show. And I'm a person that read the books and watched the show. The show is very different from the books. You know what I'm talking about? There's reasons to have problems, and I understand why people have problems with the show, but I don't hate the show. It's not Rings of Power to me. I hate Rings of Power. I think Rings of Power is a very cheap knockoff to what that show could be. And maybe it's because we've seen the movies. You know what I'm saying? And we know what Tolkien's world could and should be. And so to see the show in that manner, it's like, ugh, yuck, who did this? Who likes this? Wheel of Time, I don't necessarily have that same feeling, even though there are things that kind of make me like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, I don't understand why they did certain things. Like, if you're watching this and you're a Wheel of Time fan, I'm sure you're a book fan, I'm sure you probably dislike the show. But if you've never read the books and you just stumbled upon this show, you probably don't have any issues with the show. Now, I'll say this, between book readers and show watchers, one of the things that really confuses me about the Wheel of Time is if you read the books, you know the whole point is that men don't have magic, women do. If the men have magic, they need to be gentle, which is have their magic neutered, and that'll make them commit, you know what I'm saying, unaliving themselves, or either they need to be unalived. So the women really have the upper hand in the books. So when I watch the show, it's very confusing to me why a lot of feats that Rand al'Thor have, they give to Egwene and Nynaeve and Moiraine. You know, I don't know what's the point of them doing that when the women in the beginning of the story are already so much more powerful than the men. I really don't get that. But they chose to do that. I also don't understand why they have, you know what I'm saying, a lot of homoerotic scenes in the show when, you know, like, it's unnecessary to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, not saying that I'm just mad that they have that in there. It's like, it's unnecessary. I don't get the point, because a lot of the people that they have in that manner, which are just so happen to be women, either have fall in love and have husbands or boyfriends in the book. So I'm just confused on why they chose to do that. But outside of that, I enjoy the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm watching it and I want to see what's the differences and the things they're going to choose to do. They started out season 3 with a bang. I'm going to say that. They started out with a bang with all the women going at it. All the magics and the listen, it was lit. It was lit. And it goes to show me that down the line, when they start having the major battles or the big battles and big confrontations, that Amazon Prime is going to be able to pull this off. They're going to be able to do this. It's not going to be like Rings of Power where they had one troll and one small random dike at the edge of a castle in one of the most advanced structures that was ever in Middle Earth, you know what I'm saying, gets destroyed and the elves get over it. I don't want to talk about Rings of Power anymore. But anyway, they're going to pull it off. Like, I'm even watching it and I'm noticing the difference this season in Rand al'Thor so far in the first episode. I think they got a couple of episodes that they dropped this week. So I haven't watched episode 2 yet. I just finished episode 1, but I'm noticing the difference in Rand al'Thor. My boy Perrin and Byron. I think my favorite character is actually Matt Cawthon. I think Matt Cawthon is a lot of people's favorite character. Like, I gotta ask you, like, if you're a book writer, like, you know what I'm talking about. Spoilers if you're not. You know what I'm saying? But I guess if you've seen the show so far and you're on season 3, you know what I'm talking about. Which one would you rather have? Would you rather be the Dragon Reborn, the most powerful person to ever live? I think most people would probably choose that. But outside of him, he got 2 homeboys. He got Perrin Aybara, who's basically Jon Snow, like the nigga's a wolf. You know what I'm saying? He's a warg. you know what I'm saying, that got wolf abilities, wolf powers, can turn into a wolf. And he's a cold-blooded warrior with his axe. And he can hop in dreams, in and out of dreams. And he's super powerful in his dreams, which is dope. You know what I'm talking about? He's a dream walker. Something that Randall Thor is even scared to do and tells Perrin not to do. I like Perrin Aybara. A lot of people upset because they made Perrin Aybara black in the show. I understand, you guys. I get it. Even though I'm a black guy, I understand. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But then you got Matt Cawthon. Matt Cawthon had a knife that poisoned him and possessed him. And then he blew a legendary horn full of legendary, with the souls of legendary heroes that are born over and over again throughout time. And now he has the memories of some of the greatest warriors and generals to ever exist in this universe. You know what I'm talking about? And Matt Cawthon got a little swag to him. He a little hustler, a shyster, a ladies man. You know what I'm talking about? He's a little different than Randall Thor under the pressure of destiny and Perrin Aybara, the Sullen, no, I'm not a leader. He's not. He's different than them. Matt Cawthon is a fun guy. You know what I'm saying? Even though he has some crazy stuff happen to him, like, I'm just excited to see their journeys. Even as far as Nynaeve, even though Nynaeve is insufferable early on in the books, insufferable. I think that kind of switches for me, and Egwene becomes that way later on in the books. In the show, the first episode of season 3, they kind of have started kind of foreshadowing that's going to happen down the line. Moraine, I never hated Moraine. Moraine Aes Sedai, and I don't know why I can't think of. I'm losing their names. I just got off work and I'm sleepy. Whatever they call the warriors. All the Aes Sedai have male bodyguards or warriors that march with them. Now the women can use magic. They have powers, but they are forbidden to use it on normal people. So they have a bodyguard, a man that's tied to them emotionally, spiritually, and physically, and somehow is usually in love with them too. You know what I'm saying? Even though they're not supposed to have relations. You know what I'm talking about? So, but yeah, I can't think his name. He's the one that ends up marrying Nynaeve at the end. But yeah, man, I like The Wheel of Time. I'm happy that it premiered, man. I think I'm gonna be doing reactions after every episode this season. Or I might wait every couple episodes. It depends on how the season goes for me, because Amazon Prime can really land sometimes, and then sometimes they give you a Rings of Power. Junior.